I am Lieutenant Fawkes. I'm an aviation support officer with 661 Squadron, 1 Army Air Corps. What that entails is I do the refuel and rearm of the aircraft operated by both the British Army and the wider British MOD. I'm here today with my mother, Lieutenant Colonel Fawkes, and we're going to be looking through the kit and equipment and the differences between what she was issued in 1989 when she first joined and what I was issued when I first joined 30 years later in 2019.
And interesting. Already, I can see the boots are too big, although they were the right ones.
I mean, as long as they're size 11s, they'll fit me.
In fact, they're not quite, because I think I had they were ammo boots, so they had studs on the bottom, which made it all very, very slippy.
So hang on a sec, you actually had to fight in ammo boots or patrol or training
Well, I think it was only because I had small feet, and they came from the cadets, and so.
Right.
And so. Yeah, and those came in slightly later, but I do remember when I was training in them and they just fell apart, and I was out on a run and their sole just came apart and it was flapping all the way back. I am Lieutenant Colonel Wendy Fawkes and I am in Regional Command as SO1 Digital Communications. A brief overview of my career, because it has spanned 30 years, was that I joined the East Midlands University's Officer Training Corps in 1989 and thought that the Army would be a great choice, so went to Sandhurst as a WRAC, so the Women's Royal Army Corps. In April 1992, that changed, so 5 days before our commissioning, we were all part of the first group of women to commission out of Sandhurst, cap-badged, into the various regiments and corps. This meant I had the opportunity to be the first MLRS troop commander in the Royal Artillery, and after 3 years I then decided actually I wanted to pursue my photography and journalism, so joined what was then the TA Pool of Information Officers, essentially now Army Communications. When I think, okay, so this is what I find really, really odd, okay, is that this is all in my lifetime. This is what I wore, which you see in sort of World War I films and things like that. Well, not World War I because it's 58, but you know, it's sort of stuff that you imagine. So you see these loops here on this belt. So this is all part of this sort of system, see? Mm-hmm. So that's the belt here, and you could just hook things on. So
but would that be worn, so would that belt be worn as you're wearing it now through the belt loops, or would you wear it over the top?
What, this kit?
No, the actual belt itself.
Yeah, so the idea was you had two belts.
Okay.
So that's why I know I shouldn't, and everyone tell me off, I don't mind. But you have two belts so that you have one that's already got your kit rigged up on it. Yeah. So you can move it around. But the thing is that once this gets wet, you're stuffed. I
joined the Army in 2019, went through Sandhurst and then commissioned in August of 2020. After my trade training at Middle Wallop, I've then posted into 1 Regiment Army Air Corps, first in a training role with 651 Squadron, and then subsequently moving to a frontline squadron with 661 Squadron. If you start transitioning towards sort of the Vertis webbing, again, it's modular. You can wear it, but it's all done on one hip pad, so that's thick padding. And then if you see some people will do it, so you can turn it, you can wear it just as a belt. You don't need to have the yoke on it. So this is where it's fascinating, or how things have evolved. So with that, you used to cut up a roll mat and put the padding on. All right.
And so people would jerry rig it so that you put the roll mat, so you had those hip pads, but now you've got it on, which is just genius.
And you know, you can wear, there's 3 different ways you can wear this. You can wear it as I've got it rigged, which is sort of the traditional way. Yeah. You can flip that round and that ties on onto, I've taken mine off, but it plugs into there. So you can wear it more like a backpack.
Right.
Or you can take the entire yoke off and wear it as a belt instead.
Okay.
Which, if you're mounted, a lot of people prefer to do, because it means when you get in a vehicle, you're not having to basically sit a good 30 centimetres off the seat because of all the pouches on the back. You can just take it off and put it in the footwell.
I think what 30 years of service has shown me is that kit and the uniform is always evolving to what the soldiers do on exercise, on operations, to make the kit fit and work. And to see that coming into service is just such a great opportunity for us all to keep sharing those ideas and sharing that knowledge.